they'll become just like, yeah, pretty much what they're called, like another word, pardon my French for it. They're called shit coins.
They're
For
calling what? They're called what? Sorry,
shit coins.
shit coins. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
literally
term.
because that's the value of them. Eventually, they do become like muck underneath your shoe. They
Okay.
don't have any value eventually. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, is it possible, yeah, that you could quickly give us a summary of, you know, your journey and what type of returns did you make from investing and what type of investment did you make? And if you could quickly give us a brief summary about that, then we can actually go and look at some of the platforms and we can start giving out some of the gems, which I know this is what the people came on the call for, of how you analyze these coins and how you make decisions about what to invest in or not. Is it possible that you could quickly do that? Quickly just tell us about your journey of how much money did you put in? You know, what was it like? How did you feel when you made some money? And you know, just start us off there. Let's get into
Yeah.
the meat and
Yeah. Yeah.
potatoes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So I started off with around 250 to £300. Like I said, I stumbled across the coin Safe Moon. When I invested the 200 to £300, I was the 2,500 holder, something like that.
Okay, so where
With
did you invest? Do you mind me asking? So where did you put this £200? Where was it? What platform was it?
Okay,
Well,
so before basically, because these coins, when they're released, they're not released on any exchanges, they're not released on anywhere that is like readily accessible to like the general public. They're normally released on these platforms that are called like swap platforms. So at the time in 2021, it was the Binance Smart Chain was the network that I invested SafeMoon on. And I used a swap utility called Pancake Swap to swap my BNB, which had a value of around £250, into SafeMoon. And at the time of my purchase, my £250 got me about 8 billion of these SafeMoon tokens.
whoa. Let's stop right there because I know that's going over somebody's head. Your £200 or your £300 was it? Sorry,
Yeah, so it was about 250 to 300
your
pounds.
£250 got you 8 billion worth
Sa-
of this coin.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so therefore this coin has, you know, a very small value then in relative to pounds, yeah?
Yeah, something like 0.000001
And is it fair to
dollars.
say what you're aiming for is you're aiming for, or you're hoping that the value of that coin increases to maybe, you know, a pound or 50 pence or 10 pence, or maybe I understand it's in dollars, right?
Yeah. So a lot of people, it's a common misconception with cryptocurrency is like people that invest in Dogecoin when it was $0.0003, let's say, oh, eventually Dogecoin will reach $1. However, when you look at market cap, it would be not impossible, but for Dogecoin to hit like $1, $10, whatever that is, it would be the whole crypto space, the value of the whole crypto space, and more would be the market cap of Dogecoin, if that makes sense.
All right, so we're losing people again, and we're thinking about market cap and things like that. So can we have a
So,
quick explanation of? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. For this conversation, I'm playing God's advocate and I'm asking him questions. I mean, we both know the answers. We've worked very closely together, investing in cryptos. I myself trade financial markets and understand how to trade and invest and understand what market cap means. But the point is that we want everybody to get an insight into what these things mean. What the guru is trying to say is that, you know, there is a certain size of the market, you know, and, you know, he doesn't believe. And if you look at the size of the market, a coin that's at 0.00001 is ever going to get to a dollar. But the point is in this market, it doesn't need to. Because if that coin moves enough, you can get 10x's, 100x's, 1,000x's on your capital before that coin gets anywhere near a dollar. Because it starts off so small. Is that fair to say there, Guru?
yeah, that's precisely that. Yeah, that's exactly it.
So the aim of the game when we're looking at investing in these type of coins, because there is a difference between investing in a Bitcoin and investing in an alternative coin like a Solana or an Ethereum, and then a meme coin. And what you touched on a little bit earlier is that, these meme coins are highly speculative. Okay, there are ways that and we're going to show you and touch on today, of how you can invest in these coins and be able to look for certain things that make them more of a sure thing than others. But that is a highly speculative space, meaning highly risky. Hence the reason why Guru says that he uses them for short-term plays, but then takes his profits from there and puts them into safer plays like your Bitcoin and like your Ethereum, or a stable coin like USDT. Is that correct there, Guru?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's fast forward. So you invested some money on a platform. You said you used the Binance coin and you switched it. I mean, we don't have to go in that much detail in regards to all the different platforms you used, but you invested in what coin? What was the first coin that made you some money? Can you remember what it was?
First coin was Ethereum, but that was just like compared to the SafeMoon, it was peanuts basically.
So what does peanuts sound like? We want to know what peanuts sound, because ultimately, right about now, people are getting like, what is it, 1% or something a year on their money in the bank. So what does peanuts sound like, that, in regards to your investment in Ethereum first? What did you invest, and what did it turn into?
So yeah, at the time I was a student, so I didn't have a lot of money to invest. But I probably saw like, I reckon I put in about £900, and I probably saw £250 from that profit, as in when I took out.
So you put in about 900 and you made about £250. So we're talking about, less than 20% basically return on your money.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that gave you the buzz, right? That gave you the buzz, like, wow, you can actually make money from your laptop. Was this your laptop? Was this your phone? I mean, how was you even interacting with these cryptocurrencies?
Yeah. This was just from my PC at home. Just come back from uni, turn on the PC. Just yeah, was looking at coins to invest in. At the time, there was a lot of talk about Ethereum. There wasn't many other altcoins at that time. It was quite early on. So it was like Bitcoin was like the big coin at the time, and people didn't think, looking back, boy were they wrong, but they didn't think that Bitcoin would go any higher, and they thought that Ethereum was the next up. So I thought, yeah, I'll invest in a little bit of Ethereum and see what happens.
So let me ask you a question. Where was you getting your information from at this point in time? Where was you getting all the info from, in regards to, was you winging it? Was you on YouTube? I mean, where was you getting your information from? Is there any resources you could tell the people at home that you used, in those early stages?
Yeah, so a YouTuber called Coin Bureau. He's quite
Coin
big.
Bureau.
Yeah,
Okay, can someone type that in the chat? Coin Bureau, yeah.
yeah. I'll
No,
put the
Coin
link.
Bureau. Is that guy? Is that guy? Yeah, a guy
Yeah,
called Guy.
yeah.
All right, no
I'll
problem. All right,
I'll
I'm
get.
gonna type it in. All right, so Coin Bureau on YouTube, okay, was a resource. Okay, uh, and what did you learn from Coin Bureau? I mean, how did it help you in your journey?
I mean, I believe there's a lot of, in this space, you've got to be careful because there's a lot of people with ulterior motives. Um, they are trying to sell you like some sort of course in order for you to get into into their coin list, they used to call it, or they will try persuade you to buy into like a really small market cap coin, which would like then drive their profits up. But Coin Bureau, I think he's non-biased. He looks at crypto as a whole. He just states the facts, um, the news of crypto, what projects have got going on.
So it's a good resource in a nutshell. Okay, so
Yeah,
what's next? Let's get me to the exciting bit. So from there, you made the 250, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is something that you can do. So what did you do next? What was the next step? What was you interested in? What happened next?
so yeah, so then yeah, like I said, stumbled across the coin on Reddit, um, looked into it. Not much to be fair, because
What
at
coin
this
was this? Sorry, what coin was this? I missed it.
Safe Moon,
Safe Moon. Okay, all right, no problem. Safe.
and yeah, and this coin basically was created by developers who they knew that a lot of people missed the boat basically on that previous coin that I said $50 would turn into 1.2 million. So these developers basically took advantage of the the investors that missed that ship. And so I invested into SafeMoon and I joined their Discord. If people aren't familiar with Discord, um, it's basically like Skype, I guess you could say, but it's like you join a server and there's loads of other members in there and you can all talk together and stuff. And I joined this Discord and I think there was around 1,000 members in the Discord at the time, or maybe less even, 500 members, and they were all uh, saying the usual like stuff like, "Oh, it's going to the moon," and all their speculative comments. And there was a lot of fan art going around, so people were creating like videos about SafeMoon, pictures about the coin and how it's going to do well, and that
So
sort of
is
thing.
it safe to say that this was the coin here, SafeMoon? I've just shared my screen. Uh, you should be able to see my screen. Can you see it saying SafeMoon?
Yeah, yeah, this was it. Yeah,
Coin, yeah.
yeah,
So let me have a quick read. So SafeMoon LLC was a cryptocurrency and blockchain company created in March 2021. So this is quite recent, okay? Was this COVID? Yeah, we were in
yeah, yeah,
COVID.
yeah, 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 yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, so this is where I think I was obviously there was a lot of boredom, lockdown, and all of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
restrictions. So I had a lot of spare time at home looking at stuff, and I feel like that definitely helped me get into stumbling across like cryptocurrency and that sort of thing.
So there's a few things that you said. You said that you was getting your information from Telegram. Is that correct?
So yeah, eventually, afterwards, but it was the information. So for this coin was Reddit, but Telegram came a bit later. We can dive into that a bit later. But um, at this point, it was just yeah from Reddit into their Discord, and I just used to just read the comments, look at what the developers had planned in terms of marketing their coin.
Okay.
Um,
And that's how basically you formed it. So tell us about that. How much money did you invest into SafeMoon, and what made you feel confident to do so? And then tell us about the returns, and tell us not only just how much you made, but tell us about the actual experience of seeing your money grow and how quickly it happened. And so first and foremost, how much did you invest into SafeMoon?
so 250, £300 into SafeMoon. Um, and I didn't do any other investments. I just put that whole load in. Um, Very quickly, I'd say in the space of like a week, that that was sitting at around um £800,
Okay, so let's so
1,200.
let's so let's get some time frames involved. So using this coin for some time. So you invested it, and a week later you were still in that coin. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because at
And
this
what do you
time
consider in? Go
I was
on.
very new to the space of um, meme coins. I didn't really know what to expect on how long you should sit in a coin for. So I was kind of seeing it as like a normal cryptocurrency, like a long term, not a long term, but at least a few months. I was
So this was
thinking.
in the last crypto season. So do you mind me saying? I mean, did you do a lot of research into this coin, or was this more luck, or was this more? Was this the buzz? Like how did you
I'd say
identify this coin? As something opposed to another coin?
I'd say this first coin was definitely luck, but what came after it, I definitely think there's like an art for finding these coins, and
And
I
that's what we're all here for. We want to hear about that art and hear about how you go about doing that. So you're saying 250 into your quote unquote shit coin or meme coin, and then a week later, you said it was sitting at what?
yeah, like 800, 1,200 around that.
So at that point in time, just a week later, you're what at what we're saying, 400, 500% on your money,
Yeah, yeah, sounds about right. Right.
about 4x or 5x. So what happened there? Why, did you take the money there? Did you run? Was you telling people about it? Was you excited? What happened at that point?
So at that point, I thought, I mean, I've got one of my other friends in there. I remember I was telling my close friends, I was saying, "Oh, I'm a billionaire," and they were saying, "Oh, what do you mean by that? You're a billionaire?" And I was saying, "Oh, I own 8 billion of these tokens," and they got interested and they started investing into it as well. And yeah, I was thinking to pull out at that point, but the Discord and like I just knew there was like, even though I was new to the space, the buzz that this Discord had, the amount of new members that kept coming in, and they had like this section in the Discord which had like a bot that would pull in all the information from the transactions, and it would display like the biggest listings. I mean, biggest purchases of this coin. So there was people buying in 15K of this coin, 20K,
15,
80K.
what were you saying? 15K, was that 15,000 rubles, marbles, US dollars, pounds? What we talking about here?
$15,000.
$15,000. So there's real people putting in $15,000 into this coin, which is a brand new coin. And was that shocking when you started to see the amount of money that was flowing into these coins?
Yeah, definitely. I thought there's definitely some that I was just wondering how people were getting this money to be risking putting. I mean, I've seen people put in nowadays like I've seen 500,000 buys into coins that technically have no value. So when I was seeing this, it did definitely make me think, well, hold on, let me not sell just yet. There's a lot of big buys coming in. The Discord is growing. They had this other section on the Discord that said the holders. So when I joined, like I said, it was around 2,500 holders. And very quickly after 2 weeks, it was rising to like 10,000 holders, 15,000
So talk to us about the money. Talk to us about the money, because that's what everybody's interested in here. And I know that so you're at 5,000 a weekend, and you're holding on because you're saying that in the Telegram group, because a lot of these coins you're saying they have communities. So they have their community on Telegram. They also have I'm guessing they have a Twitter. Is that correct?
Yeah, they had a Twitter, Telegram.
And a lot of them have a website, I'm guessing, and maybe even a Discord.
Yeah. So this one in particular had a Discord. It had a website. It had the developers were paying people on YouTube, on whatever social media you can name. They were paying people, basically advertising this coin, telling people to buy in, what their plans were.
So you ultimately had a good feeling about this coin, like you thought to yourself, it's got some organization, it's got some things that you've been looking out for, and at that point in time, you was comfortable to sit in that coin for longer than a week. Tell us about week 2, what happened, and how long? We're at 5,000 pounds. You said you're at.
Yeah. And I was getting a bit like it tests your mental in terms of investments. There's a lot of emotions to trading, and like I'm sure you teach, the emotions that come with trading. So I was getting a bit shaky. I was thinking, do I sell now? I was looking at about eight grand at a point, and I've just thought, you know what? Let me just stop looking at it for a week.
So let me get this right. You're at college right now, and
Yeah, at uni.
you put in 900, or so you put in $300 or £300, and you're now at £8,000, and you don't know whether or not you want to take your money. What kind of emotions have you got right there? Is it I mean, talk to the people. I know what they are, but talk to the people at home. Is it the kind of, you want to take your money, but you're thinking to yourself, if you take your money, what happens if it goes up further?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And for me, I don't know, it's just a personality trait. I don't form, or I don't have an attachment to money, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
even though I saw it was 8,000, I didn't really care for it. It wasn't enough for me to want to take it out. So I left it in. I turned a blind eye.
So let me ask you a question, because I'm obviously a trader, and I trade technicals predominantly. Was you looking at the charts at all, and was you looking at how the price was moving, or was you just crossing your fingers and hoping? I mean, what was giving you the reason to say you wanted to hold on to these coins longer?
So I was looking at the charts in terms of volume. That was about it, really. I wasn't doing any technical analysis. I was looking at the volume. So when I invested, it was like
Could you do us a favor? Could you show us, one of the platforms that you can go and find some of these coins? Because this is what people really want to know. Like, they want to start having I've spoken to some people before. They want to start having a look at these coins and understanding how they can get away. Could you share your screen? I think you've got the power to do so, and pull up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do it because I think I've got them open here. And if you could walk people through some of these places. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show a platform that I'll type in the chat so you guys can get access to it, which is going to be a bit different now, because obviously you made your money or you made predominantly most of them in the last crypto bull run.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of people are talking about this crypto season coming back again now in regards to because Bitcoin's doing very well as you may have heard, etc. But I'm gonna go to a platform which is this one here. And can you see my screen? This is called Dex Screener. Okay. Now, do you mind me asking? Obviously, it might not have been Dex Screener, but at the time, where did you find SafeMoon? And we can have a look at that platform also. Or we could just use this one to be able to show people what these coins look like. So this
Yeah,
is Dex Screener, which is dexscreener.com. Okay.
yeah. I'm not sure if my one still exists, but it was called PooCoin.
It
That
was
was the
It's called PooCoin. Yeah, the platform is called PooCoin. You're right. I remember. Okay. So basically, there was a platform like this, guys. We're talking about back in 2021, which is a few years ago now. Okay. And it was called PooCoin. The actual platform was called PooCoin. And on there, this is where you found SafeMoon. Yeah.
yeah. This is where well, I found SafeMoon on Reddit, but this is where I was tracking the buys and sells and volume. Yeah, on a platform similar to this.
So
Yeah.
let me show you guys what he means by that, because I know for a lot of you, it might be going over your head. Now, I'm going to click a random coin here. Okay. I'm going to click a coin. In fact, I'm going to click a coin from the 24 hours that's been trending. All right. I'm just going to click this one at the top. This is called Cat with Hat, believe it or not. All right. Now, this is what's so amazing about cryptocurrencies, because you see, when you invest into, I don't know, anything else, you can't see the transactions. So if you was to invest in, I don't know, Tesla, or invest in even at Forex markets, etc., you can't see the transactions. Over here, this meme coin or shit coin, okay, you can actually see the transactions coming in. You see, 15 seconds ago, there was a buy here. 10 seconds ago, another buy. Now, this in cryptocurrency, guys, there is a ledger, okay, where all transactions are documented. Okay, so therefore, all of these, though we don't know who this person is, look, the maker, it's just a wallet address. We can see each transaction. So what you're trying to say is you was watching your SafeMoon, not Cat with Hat, but your SafeMoon, and you were seeing these transactions coming in and out, and ultimately that was giving you confidence, the amount of transactions that was happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was at a point like as you're seeing down there how many transactions. This is moving pretty fast. The transactions I was seeing on SafeMoon was moving so fast that like at the time that site PooCoin it couldn't keep up basically with the buys and sells. It just couldn't keep up. It would list um buys from like minutes ago, but when you refreshed, you'd get another I don't know another like hundreds of buys and sells basically, and that's what
Okay.
yeah that's what kept me in, especially when you're looking at on the right hand side there on your screen, you're looking at buys and sells.
Yeah.
Um,
So here
yeah,
you're saying there's 31,629 buys and 17,000 sells. So even though these coins, guys, I'm trying to keep the rhythm there. Even though these coins are new coins, and these meme coins are not not mainstream. There is at least 48,000 transactions that have happened in this coin. Yeah, people buying and selling. So whilst you may not have as much information about this space, it is a very active space where people are actively buying and selling these coins. And the meme coin space is predominantly about making money. I mean, you see, when the guru made his money and made a large amount of his money in SafeMoon, it was more the space was more say about finding these coins that had utility, that could actually do something. Like, oh, this coin was creating some sort of platform that does this or that does that, and there was actually some level of due diligence that could be done to be able to understand, what the potential of that coin may be. But in this meme coin space, especially in this crypto run, it's predominantly about, would you say it's more say about like a marketing initiative, just which coin is marketed in the best way and gets the most momentum? Would you say that?
yeah, it's definitely based off of so it's number one thing that investors that are used to meme coins will look at is probably the name of the coin. So cat with hat is a spin-off of uh dog with hat, which was the first with hat coin. So it's definitely yeah, it's all based off of hype, recent events. Like, let's say Elon Musk was to um send out a tweet, something about Dogecoin is sleeping, something like that. Let's say he says that. A developer would then create a coin called Sleeping Doge, let's say. And
So
based on,
let's put this into perspective for people. So you're saying that what you're saying is that these coins are purely driven by hype. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah, just all hype, basically. Yeah, hype and marketing. That's it.
So would it be fair to say that your job, or the way in which you was able to analyze SafeMoon at the time is by seeing how much hype it had?
Yeah, that's
And you
it.
was doing that. You was doing that by being in the Telegram groups.
Yeah,
You was doing
Telegram,
that. Go on.
search hashtags on Twitter, Instagram. So I'll be typing in, like, say the in on Twitter you've got like the hashtag search. So I'll type Safe Moon. I'd see how many tweets an hour, how many what are the trend, like if it's trending, how many retweets, likes, and comments people are getting on their Safe Moon tweets. I'll be looking at TikTok, looking at how many content creators are creating like videos on
Basically,
whatever said coin.
you're just scanning the internet to try and find out as much hype as possible. Okay, tell us more now. So now we're 2 weeks in. You're at £8,000. What's next? How much? Where did it go to next?
So I can't remember the time frame exactly, but I remember the amount. It was around 39 to $40,000.
All right, let's stop there. Let's stop there. So you've taken £300, and now you're looking at it. I don't know. You said you're not too sure how long ago the time frame, but let's just say a
It
month
was
or so.
definitely a bit under a month, I'd say. Yeah,
Under a month. So under 4 weeks, you've taken $300, and you're saying it's at 30 something $1,000,
yeah. Around that, yeah, near the 40s. Yeah.
near $40,000. Okay. Now at that point in time, have you taken your money?
So at that point in time, in the Discord, there were concerns of the developers. So there was basically people were screaming at the developers to get an audit done. And an audit is basically where a company will come in and look at the contract which every cryptocurrency has, to determine whether or not that they could do what is called a rug pull.
All right.
Which
Now let's get to some of the language now. All right. So you're talking about a rug pull. Now, what is a rug pull? And this is going back to what we said, some of the concerns about this crypto space, especially meme coins. Now, guys, this meme coin space is a highly speculative area. And the word rug pull is referring to um, a coin that has been created for the sole purpose of scamming you out your money. All right. For the sole purpose that it's going to wait till there's a certain amount of transactions, and then they're going to pull the rug out from beneath your feet. Yeah. And they're going to dump all of their coins. Okay. So that they make money and the market goes to zero. Now, what we wanted to do on this call is not only just, the guru talking about how much money he made and his excitement. We wanted to convey that of how quickly he made the capital and his journey of the kind of emotions, but ultimately, how can you better, get an insight into this space and understand how you can review coins and how you can make better decisions. Now, when it comes to looking at coins, there are certain things that we look for, certain things that the guru looks for. And another great resource is something that we use here called Rug Check. All right. So it's rugcheck.xyz. All right. Rugcheck.xyz. I will put it in the chat also. Okay. So you can see it for yourself. Now, what that essentially is a website that is going to give you some information that the guru is going to break down. And I'm going to help him also in regards to how you can look at these coins and be a little bit more informed. Okay. Now, ultimately, let's grab a coin we're going to grab a coin. So we're going to grab we're going to grab this one over here called Slurf. Okay. Slurf.
There's a funny thing about this coin actually.
There's a funny. All right.
Yeah.
Tell us about this coin real quick. What's so funny about it?
So basically this coin Slurf, the developers made I'll just bring it up quickly so I don't get my numbers wrong, but they did a pre-sale. If you want to explain what a pre-sale is whilst I find.
Pre-sale is just like, allows people to buy into the coin before it actually launches. All right. It's like if you was to invest in a company before it went public, you get an opportunity to buy it very, 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 very cheap. Okay. So there was a pre-sale with this. Yeah.
Yeah, so this pre-sale, what happened to this coin is there was a pre-sale and I think he raised, I don't know, 10, 20 million in pre-sale
So
before.
what? Let's just stop right there. Let's stop right there. This person raised 20 million in the pre-sale. This is 20 million real money, yeah, real US dollars.
Yeah. Dollars, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that we can see, guys, from this space, and this is one thing that captivated me about this space, from someone who trades forex, futures, or options, and being able to understand, how you can get in the market and how you can prosper. I was really blown away by the amount of money that is actually flowing in this space, whereby a coin called Slurf that has no real utility was able to raise $20 million before it even launched.
Yeah,
This is what I'm quite excited about this space. Okay.
Yeah, so I looked it up. It is, yeah, it's $10 million is what they managed to raise. And well, it's not funny for the investors, but what the developers of this coin did was at the launch of the coin, instead of distributing the investors pre-sale tokens or coins, he accidentally burnt them. As in, he burning is like when you send the coins to like a cryptocurrency address that no one can retrieve. So instead of sending them to the rightful investors, he ended up burning the whole 10 million pre-sale tokens.
Okay, so this is getting us back to this area of risk in cryptocurrency. Okay, now look, if something went wrong with a transaction that I was sending some money to the guru via Barclays, I could always contact Barclays and say to them, can you pull back the transaction, or can you do something? Can you help? Can you track it? Can you trace it? But see, in the crypto space, guys, it's a peer-to-peer transaction, and you have custody of your own capital. You are the true custodian of your money. You see, right now, you think that you're the custodian of your money, but you're not. Barclays, Santander, NatWest are the custodian of your money. If there's a problem with your money, you can't access your card, you're going to call them. If there's a problem with your Bitcoin or your USDT, who are you going to call? Yeah? No Ghostbusters are going to come and help you. Nobody else is going to come and help you, because you are the custodian of the coin. And therefore, this is why and how the owner of this coin was able to accidentally burn, was it 10 million, you said?
Yeah, 10 million pre-sale tokens.
10 million pre-sold tokens that have a real value in the real world. Okay, so this is a concern with cryptocurrencies, the fact that you are a custodian. Now, guys, you may have heard of people who hold their money, their cryptos, online or offline. Could you just touch on, this being able to hold your crypto, your money online or offline, just very quickly, and then to get back to the story, what the benefits of this is and how you can do so real quickly.
Yeah, so when you're buying coins, so the mainstream coins, so your Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Cardano, etc., those coins, the general public would buy them from like Binance, Crypto.com, KuCoin, etc. When you buy off of these exchanges, the crypto assets that you think you own, you don't actually own. The crypto exchange own those tokens. So a way to reassure yourself and to make sure that if anything happens to that exchange, you keep your money, you would then send those coins to either a digital wallet, which is a wallet which I
That's
can see
online.
which I can see JP has two of the extensions there, MetaMask and Phantom on his browser.
So he's talking about here. Can you see here, guys? On my browser, there's MetaMask and there's another one here called Phantom. Now, don't make it go over your head, but just understand that these are digital wallets. So the same wallet that you have in your back pocket that keeps your money, okay, or in your purse or wherever it may be, these are digital wallets that store cryptocurrencies. Now, the problem with these digital wallets, or the safety risk of these digital wallets, is that they're digital and they're online, and the hackers are on job. Okay, the hackers are, constantly trying to find a way to scam and to hack and to chip away at your currency when they know that it's digital. You see, there are some huge benefits to digital currencies, like we touched on earlier, that there are some countries that have, instabilities and, if they're not able to get their hands on fiat currency, paper money to go and buy bread, milk, and live their life. And cryptocurrencies give them another way to transact outside of these decentralized organizations like your banks, etc. However, there are also these concerns that, if I'm holding this currency and I'm the custodian, then the hackers can take this money off me very, very quickly. So there is online wallets and there are also offline wallets. If you look at my screen real quickly, I don't know if I'm on the screen. This is something that they call a Trezor. Have a look. It's called a Trezor T wallet. Okay. So basically, it's a storage. It's a hardware storage unit of of your wallet. Now, what people don't understand with cryptocurrency, that I'll touch on very quickly, is your wallet is simply represented by a long, was it 12 digits or is it 16 digits? I can't remember. How many digits is it?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember myself.
It's a long number. And
But
that number alone, sorry?
yeah, no, it is one of the two, yeah.
That number alone is your wallet, to the point where nowadays you're seeing people with tattoos of their wallet address on their arm. And that wallet address, for all you know, has millions of dollars or pounds or however you want to evaluate the value on it. Okay, so therefore, leaving it on a digital wallet, it's open to hackers. It's open to your laptop being infected with, viruses and stuff that may be able to somehow get into those coins. All right, get into that wallet, sorry, and steal your coins. So it is advised that you have a hardware wallet whereby you can take your that wallet address and those coins off of being online into a hardware, into a physical wallet that you hold in your hand. Now, the problem is with this is this: if I had 100 million and I had just taken it off and it's in here, if I lose this, if one of my sons accidentally flush it down the toilet, it is gone. I cannot call Barclays and say, could you, trace it, or it's gone. Okay, so let's get back to the money. So you're there a couple of weeks, it went to 40,000 and you're feeling great. At what point, let's get into at what point did you take your money? Just let us know really quickly. At what point did you close it down and feature yourself you'd achieve something, and why? Why did you?
So yeah, it was around the 40,000 mark, and the reason why is going back to what I was saying about the audit. The community was asking the developers for an audit on their coin, which is to assess basically the security of the coin, if there was no ways or methods that they could basically take our money. And the developers replied and said they're working on it. And about a few days later, they announced that they have the audit, and they posted it in the Discord, and everyone was looking at the audit, and it just something looked off. It looked like they made it themselves. It was like a PowerPoint. There was no details about or analysis of the contract. And at that point, I thought, okay, this is a bit fishy now, because they've basically not bothered to get an audit, and they've made their own. And
so you was a bit suspicious. You was a bit suspicious of what was going on there. And you
yeah.
So you made enough money.
Yeah, I got cold feet, and I sold at 40,000. Now, that wasn't the end of SafeMoon, though. It was the end for me, but it went on to. I remember I can't remember what. I think it was a Saturday. I was on my phone, and you know how you can subscribe to like news articles on your phone. I get one that pings up from like BBC News or something, and it says SafeMoon cryptocurrency that has skyrocketed. Da, 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 da. So I then thought, oh wow. So because after I sold, I kind of forgot about it. So I then look into I look at the chart, and I see how this it's literally gone parabolic. And I look at the holders, and there was something like 600,000 holders at the time. Bearing in mind that I started at this coin, I was like the 2000th holder. So what I then did was I returned to the same place where I bought SafeMoon, which I said was PancakeSwap, and instead of putting in how much money I want to put into the coin, I basically inputted how much of the coin that I had previously, right? So previously, like I said, my 250
So you're
pounds.
basically saying you're working, you're calculating it backwards. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
So
So in a
my
nutshell, what you're saying is that you was trying to work out how much money you would have made if it was still in there. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. And how much was that? Do you mind me asking?
$280,000.
So let me get this right. So you put in 250 quid, and in what, how long are we talking? A month, 2 months, 6 weeks?
Near the 2 month mark. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in
I'd
two
say
months,
two and a half.
your $250 was looking at $280,000.
Yeah.
All right, so that is a phenomenal return on your capital. However, would you say that at that time you just hit a home run? Was this rare? Was you hearing about other friends that were making these type of returns in the coins, or did you just hit a home run?
No, no, well, as of my friends, I didn't hear of anyone. All my friends, they sold way before me, um, and I didn't want to let them know that I had the money that I had, so I just told them I sold as well. So yeah, I kept it to myself, and like I said previously, with that 40 grand that I had, I then put into other coins during that bull run. So I put into Cardano.
So let's
Uh,
let, let, let's just stop you right there. Because I mean, for the people that will be still on the call right now, because I'm conscious of the time, is we want to go through a quick checklist of the things that you did and the things that they should do and what they could practice doing. Okay, and to be able to get a little bit of a taste of these markets and understand, because those type of returns are phenomenal. And you see, the point is this, guys, is that you see, if you don't buy a ticket, you're never going to win. All right. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm not trying to say that what we should be doing out here, we should be gambling more, but what we should understand is that um, there are things going on in the financial space right now whereby fortunes are being made. You are not going to be privy to that if you do not understand what's going on in that space. Now, are you going to be an expert straight off the bat? Well, of course not. I, how are you going to become an expert if you don't at least take an interest in how somebody, a young man, okay, like you and I, from places, from where we're from, took £250 and turned it into could have turned it into 200 and, well, he turned it into 200,000 overall, but that one coin could have gone to 240 or $250,000 in, a month or so. You have to be involved in the space. What is that space? It's cryptocurrency. What is this highly volatile space that you can get 1,000, 10,000x on your money? It's these meme coins. Now, this meme coin is a speculative space. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's risky. I mean, there is an element that someone who, if you don't understand the things that we're going to quickly break down very quickly, is it's an element of a bit of a gamble. All right. But the point is that you have to look at things in a way whereby you start to control some of the variables. Now, first and foremost, we're going to use a platform. We're going to find our coins on a platform like something like Dex Screener. There are many other platforms, but Dex Screener is a platform at the moment doing a lot of stuff in the Solana network where we can find coins. Now, coins are being created every single minute. There is a new coin. Have a look. If you don't believe me, what's the time now? It's about 8 o'clock plus. And if I go into this Dex Screener here, and I go and click on new pairs, you will see here, have a look, age. If I sort that age, look, there was a new coin called Hydra that was made 14 minutes ago. There was one here called Hairy, yeah, made 22 minutes ago. These coins are constantly being made. Now, your job is to try and work out which coin is actually a coin that is going to be able to generate the most hype. All right, we're getting to the nitty gritty. The meme coins are about hype. So therefore, the first thing that I would be looking for when I'm looking for these coins is I will be going and using a platform like a Dex Screener to find my coin. And then I will be checking to see whether they have a Telegram, a Twitter, a website. What else would you say there, Guru? What else have I missed out?
yeah, I think that at the moment, Discord is kind of rare at the moment because I feel like the investment strategy has changed for this bull run. I feel like developers are lazy or lazier this cycle. They're creating coins out of thin air, and they're pumping them up, and they're not
So you said a
lasting.
good thing. You said something there which is stuck out like a sore thumb. You said that this time round things have changed. So since the time when you got involved in SafeMoon, the meme coin space, the shit coin space has changed. How has it changed? Really quickly, tell us how it's changed.
So last bull run 2021, there was definitely a lot of meme coins. The first notable difference was most meme coins were on the Ethereum network and the Binance network. This time around, it's still the Ethereum network, but it's on the Solana network. Um, Last bull run, there was not as many. There was a lot, but there wasn't as many coins being listed. So it meant that the money wasn't spread out as far. Remember, I was telling you about this a few weeks back when I was saying that I feel like this bull run, there's so many coins that, and there's not enough money this time round. So
Okay,
coins
okay,
aren't lasting as long as they were before, and they're not hitting highs as they were before. Don't get me wrong, there are some exceptions, but before it was easier to just find your one coin, and you could kind of not safely, but you could kind of sleep at night knowing that you wake up tomorrow and it's not down 80%. But
okay.
yeah,
Go
go on.
on. So I was gonna touch on something you said a bit earlier about pre-sale and getting in the pre-sale. Would you say that getting into a coin's pre-sale is one of the best ways to be able to maximize your returns, or not?
Easy, yeah, definitely. I mean, we can talk about the pre-sale that I gave, so that you should get into last bull run.
Yeah. So in a
Cool.
nutshell, I'm gonna quickly tell people about that. The guru told me about. Which coin are you talking about? You talking
So
about the one
it's,
I was in?
yeah, safe
So
meme,
the
the one
guru
that
told me about a
we
coin
got you
back in the
sleeping.
day. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guru
yeah.
told me about a coin back in the day, and he said this is a good coin to get in a pre-sale. And what I did, and what you guys can do, because there's a lot of you guys on the call right now. You've got great communities. You've got, you know how to talk to people, and maybe you've actually got some sort of skill that you can offer. If you see a coin and it hasn't yet launched, so therefore, what does that mean? That means you went on a Reddit, all right? You went on a Reddit, or you went, it was on Twitter, etc., and you heard about a coin that is going to be big, or there's some sort of hype behind it. You can try and contact the developers, contact the guys who create this coin, and say, listen, I've got a huge community. I've got a community called Uni. I've got this community, that community, and I'd like to get into your coin because I think I could help promote your coin. And in return, that person could say, you know what? I'm going to allow you to get in on my pre-sale. That's allowing me to buy some coins before it launches. And what's the benefit of that? The benefit of that is that it's going to be dirt cheap. It's going to be extremely, extremely cheap. Hence the reason why Guru said that he had, how many billions of coins did you have? You
Eight
had
billion, 8 billion.
8 billion coins when he bought his coins. Okay. Now, so getting in a pre-sale, trying to get to pre-sale is, a sure way to make money in this space, because their attitude and the mindset of people that are investing in memes is that they are just trying to get a return on their money. And as soon as a coin launches, you normally see something called a pump. All right. You see a pump in that coin, meaning, have a look, is that most of these coins, as soon as they launch, have a look at this coin called Hydra. I haven't looked at it. This isn't one I made earlier. This came up 19 minutes ago. But I'm going to guarantee you that you're going to see it spiking up straight away. Have a look. Can you see this? The chart. This chart is on a. If I go to the 1 minute time frame, which means that every single one of these candles is a minute in time. Have a look at this coin. The first thing it does is it spikes. And if I was to get in on a pre-sale, it's essentially me saying that I bought this coin, not even where you can see on the chart here. I could have bought it cheaper than what you can see on this chart. So therefore, when it spikes from here to here, and if we can change this chart to market cap, I'm giving you guys some gems. You can change the charts to market cap. So instead of looking at the price, which doesn't really mean anything with these new coins, you can look at the market cap. So you're basically saying, if I bought this coin all the way down here, have a look, and this was 10,000 was the market cap, or 20,000 was the market cap. Well, up out here, for argument's sake, we get to 1 million. Well, we can see you can do the multiples in your head of, that's a 50x on your money. Let me say that one more time. Yeah. So that's the market growing by a certain amount. Yeah. So the point is like getting in on a pre-sale. I think I said that right. 50x. Yeah, getting in on the pre-sale is a sure way to guarantee that you can make some money. But how do you do that? You have to be in these communities. So for people that are on Telegram, are interested, start getting into this space. Start going on Twitter. Start following people who talk about new coins and meme. It's very easy to do. Instead of going on Twitter and searching about P Diddy and seeing what's new in his life, go on there and search meme coins, new coins, cryptos, and start following people that have got something to say. Okay. Secondly, when you can see, I was just jotting them down here because, like I said, this is a conversation. All right. And I would say make sure you check Telegram, Twitter, websites. You're looking for the size of the community. If you go into some coin and it's got no hype, you think to yourself, why is this coin going to be good? Now, if I go to this DEX screener, which we spoke about, and I find a coin, here's a new one here, or there's not, well, here's a coin anyway, Jerry. If you can see here, look, here's the website for Jerry. Here's the Twitter, and the Telegram's here. If I click Telegram and open the Telegram, and when I'm going there, I'm trying to see, does this Jerry website look like they gave it, 2 minutes of effort to actually put it in there? Does it look good? Does it not look good? Looks a little bit, looks like nonsense to me. Okay. However, I'm going to also check their Twitter. How many people are following Jerry? Okay, they've got 427 followers. What would you say there, Guru? Is 427 followers for a brand new coin, is that any good?
If we can just scroll down a little. Oh, well, the first thing I'd look at as well is that so they joined in March 2024. That this account was created in March 2024. So you can see there wasn't much thought in this coin. Even though it is a meme coin, there are a lot of meme coins that like to build hype. So they will create they'll create their branding and stuff maybe 2 months before they launch and get a bit of followers. You can tell this one was just wrapped up within probably a day. This person made this coin, made a Twitter, a website, and then just listed it. So I'd say, yeah, that one's not looking great.
So would you say you checking the history of a coin to check to see if they've got any type of
not history of the coin, but history of like the account. So on Twitter, you can see when the account was created. It's a good idea to see like how long have the developers been planning on releasing this coin. Was it a thing overnight where they were just sitting with their mates and thought, people making a lot of money off these coins, let's just make one of our own? Or is it one that has had a bit more thought and has like got some artwork going for it? It's got it's trying
all
to
right,
get
so I keep hearing you referring to artwork. I keep hearing you referring to artwork. What is this the point of that you keep referring to artwork? Is that just showing that there's actually a team or there's the community? What's this artwork? What do you mean by this?
So it's artwork made by developers, shows a bit of like care basically in their coin. So they care about the marketing. So a lot of the times you could see if you type in like small coin on Twitter.
Yeah, you see a lot of artwork there. Okay, so you're basically saying it just shows that there's actually stuff going on behind the scenes and people are doing things. I want to get to how people can analyze these coins and get some sort of insight into whether this coin is decent or not. Now, look, but we don't want to get too deep in regards to all of this information that you can see over here because I'm conscious of the time, all right? But one thing that we look for, first and foremost, when we come to any coin, we want to see this lock sign in the liquidity, okay? So liquidity is the amount of capital that's been put into a coin, all right? Just like how can I describe it as a metaphor? It's like you want to know that your bank's got a certain amount of money that it can pay people out. Do you understand? You want to know your bank's good for it for a certain amount of money that has a certain amount of liquidity that if people started to come, it can transact. Now, what we look for on DEX Screener is we look for a locked symbol in the liquidity. Could you explain to them what locked liquidity there means there, Guru?
Yeah, so locked liquidity basically means that the developers, they can't remove liquidity, which is one of the ways that, like we were saying before, they do a rug pull, and that's where they get investors. buying into their coin, and once they're happy with the amount they've got, they basically pull out that liquidity. Essentially, like if you imagine a bank that has gold bars in their safe, someone just comes and just takes all the gold bars in. So then, I mean, takes all the gold bars out. So then when
That's
you
right.
get to the ATM and you want to go and take your money out, there's nothing left. And that could be seen on the chart with just a red bar, a red candle, literally going down to down to hell, pretty much.
So, guys, the one thing I will say is this, all right? Is like I said, nothing we said in this call is financial advice. But what the guru is describing, he's describing the fact that, you see, when these coins have come up, if you have made a poor decision and the liquidity hasn't been locked, this chart can dump on you very, very quickly, where you're up here making some money, and all of a sudden a red candle appears from nowhere, and that money that you had goes to zero. And that is called a rug pull. It means that the developers, the people behind the coin, have decided to pull the plug, yeah, and take all the money for themselves. This happens. Most of these coins here, let me say something, I'll make it very clear. Most of these coins are not going to do 10x, 1000x, 100x. Most of them are going to go to zero. Okay. But most people don't check these things. And leading us to the next area that we check is we find a coin here. We find the contract address of this coin, this Jerry Soul. By clicking this link here, copies the coin, you see, copies the clipboard. And we go and we use something called rug check, which I mentioned earlier, which is going to give us an overview of that coin. It's going to tell us that this Jerry coin is good because 98.95% of the liquidity pool, LP, is locked. All right, it's locked. Well, we're happy about that. It also says that the top holders of this coin only own 7.51%. Now, what does that mean? That means that if me and 5 of my friends own 20% of 30% of the coin, and we all decide at once, because we're all sitting in a room having a giggle, let's all sell right now. Well, that means a huge red candle is going to appear in these charts, and all the other people that are part of this community that have bought into this coin, they're going to start selling, and that will cause this coin to dump. So you don't want to ever see a coin here and see your top holders with a large percentage. You don't want to see the top 5 holders. What are we talking about large? What would be too large for you to get in a coin?
I mean, I've seen some people don't even bother hiding it anymore. I've seen people holding 80% of all the tokens. I mean, 2% is good. 5% is good. I wouldn't go any higher than 5. 10, I'd say, is still 10 is a lot. But now it's very obvious nowadays because they don't even bother hiding it. You will look in there and you would see like that top guy that's got 20 million of the let's say it would be around 30%, 40%, and then the second will have like 20%.
So basically, you're saying some coins look really, really bad. So this is another step. This is another step in how we review these coins, is by using this rug check to at least see that these superficial things tick the boxes. A, is the risk analysis good? Or sometimes, look, some of these you're going to go into them and it's going to say danger. All right, let's go and find one that says danger. All right. And what that means is that based upon that initial analysis, this coin is a horrible choice. Let's have a look and see what Hydra's saying. The only reason I'm picking it is because it's new. As you can see here, Hydra isn't even displaying that it has a website. Yeah, currently it's not showing that it has a website or a Twitter or an Instagram. Now that might be because it's come on this platform so early and they haven't updated it, or it might be that they just don't have one. Okay, so let's just check this one here, see how it comes out, and I'm copying and pasting their address. And how you get that address is simply from clicking this link over here in your DEX screener. Okay, then we go over to our rug check. We check. This one looks okay as well. It says good, but have a look at this. The top holders, because we don't know who these holders are. They could be all family. They could be friends. They could be like 4 brothers sitting in a room. They hold 31.3% of the coin. Yes, it's not 100%, but let me tell you something. If 31% starts to dump on a coin, everybody else is going to follow suit. So I'd be very concerned about this number here. Wouldn't you be concerned about this number there, Guru?
Yeah, that number combined with the amount of liquidity that's in the coin. So they've locked in as you can see down there, they've locked in 8 grand of liquidity. And then with the buys and sells, you're looking at 16 in total. That combined with 30%, when you've got a coin that has low liquidity, the price, the movement in price is very, very volatile. So if someone was to buy, like, let's say a 5K buy, there'll be a massive green candle, same way if someone was to do a 5K sell. So low liquidity matched with holders that have high percentage is a recipe for disaster.
Okay, so we've got those under the belt. So for sure, we're gonna check things on our rug checker. We're gonna check to see if they've got Insta. We're gonna check to see if to see if they've got Twitter, Telegram. We're gonna check these things. Then we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna check it in rug check. Get it now, guys. Another thing in the communities in Telegram, you want to see that the community is active. You want to see that there's people, making these images. They're talking. There's an excitement about the coin. If you haven't got that in the communities, it's probably not somewhere you should go and put your money. Okay. Now, one thing that we've noticed is this: in this new season, all right, this new meme coin season or shit coin season, there is a way that you guys can get an inkling into what the big coin's going to be. And and it's something that me and the Guru came up with the other day, and we're going to divulge it here, is that you can come here and you can look on the DEX screener, and what normally happens is when there's a big coin on its way, you start to see the scammers copying the coin name. So you all of a sudden, let's imagine there's a big coin that has got really loads of utility. There's some big influencers getting behind, and that coin, for example, is called the Book of Memes. All right. Now, what you'd see is because it hasn't launched yet, the scammers start to create lots and lots of replica coins. So you're gonna have, book of games and book of happiness and and they start coming out. All of a sudden, you'll start seeing loads of coins coming out here with similar names. Okay. Now, when you see them coins with similar names, in my opinion, and this is a strategy that we use, is that is the signal for you to go and find what the real coin is with that's attributed to that name. And it's very easy to do. You're going to take to your Twitter, you're going to take to your Telegram, and you're going to start putting in the variations of that name, book of memes, book of, and you're going to look for the one that's got the largest communities. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go and find one that has a huge community. And then that is at least giving you a bit of a radar that this is the big coin. And then when you go into that community and you start seeing the buzz that it hasn't launched yet, then you're going to understand why the scammers have been trying to make these replicas of the similar coin. Okay. Now, why are we telling you this? Why did we decide to have this call today? We decided to have this call today because literally me and the girl were having a conversation and we were speaking about it's so strange the way, not strange, it's so interesting. I know we've got some other people on the call. I can see Dexter's here. I'm sure Dexter will say a word at some point at the end. And I know he's got an initiative called Black Tech Day. But it's very, very interesting, especially within our community, people that look like myself, okay? The lack of knowledge of what's happening in the world from a financial perspective. Today, we've got the Guru on the call. He's talking about turning 250 pounds into 200,000 pounds off of the back of him being in a space which has allowed him to grow his capital like no other. This opportunity that's happening right now in the crypto space is like no other. I don't believe my parents had a time where they could take 250 quid and turn it into 200,000 in a month. Okay. So what does that mean? Does that mean you should come in here and start throwing your money and having a gamble? No. It means you should at least, this call should have, made you aware of the potential, of the capabilities of what's happening in this space. Because there are people that are making ridiculous amounts of money in this space because they are constantly here and they understand the power of what a $40 investment could do or a $20 investment could do. What I would like, and Guru, what we spoke about, is that for more of our community to be aware of cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrency is the future. It's no point fighting it, guys. Yeah, there's once upon a time he was like, Music has gone digital now. No one in the music industry is going to make any money anymore, and the music whole industry is going to crash. No, the future came, and we no longer, needed to go and buy CDs. I remember having loads of CDs. I'm sure there's some guys on the call right now that remember buying CDs. Remember coming out of the rave and they gave you a CD? Let me tell you something right now. If somebody gave me a CD right now, I don't even think I've got a CD player in my car. I'm not sure if there's even somewhere to put a CD because the future turned up. Now, the future is cryptocurrency. I'm not saying it's meme coins because meme coins is a highly speculative space. I'm saying it's a tremendous opportunity for you to grow your wealth to just like the guru. Because what we haven't got to is that when he grew his money and turned that 250 to 40,000, whilst he was trying to work out what he wanted to do next, he placed his money into a more stable and more secure asset, which was, I believe, you bought Bitcoin, right, at the time. Was it Bitcoin or ETH you put in it?
Bitcoin was this season. This bear market that just finished, I bought Bitcoin. Average buy of what, like $16,800. But it was Cardano, VeChain, Polkadot,
So some
and
other
Ethereum.
alternative coins is what you're talking about. He
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it
yeah.
in more safer alternative. And we just got a message in the group from Dexter said the last time round was driven by NFTs, and this time it's different. Definitely. So NFTs is another space, and we don't want to start going into, but NFTs, and non-fungible tokens is a different space, but within this blockchain crypto space. And yes, the last season was really driven by NFTs, that you could sell somebody a picture. I remember back in the days to see something like someone bought a £300,000 picture of a monkey. And so I was like, why did you do it? Well, don't let it go over your head. Don't let the future fly past you, because that picture gives you access and can carry as a level of utility just because you paid for that thing. Okay. So the NFT space was something that was driving a lot of energy in the last run, but this run is different. And what we're saying is we don't want to miss out on what's happening in this run. So what I'd like you guys to do, Dexter said raise his hands. Let's go, Dexter. You've got something to say. Unmute yourself if you can. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, Dexter, guys. For those of you who know, Dexter is a community leader, and I'm sure he probably described himself as a lot of other things as well, entrepreneur, businessman, and he does run Black Tech Day. Okay, and talk to us, Dex. Tell us what you think about the last run compared to what's happening now.
Well, just to throw my 2 pence in there, first I want to say thank you for holding this space, because the awareness for our people within the community, for the underprivileged people especially, is detrimental that they are aware of these things, not only just to get riches, but also to stay safe and not get scammed. So yeah, first off, hats off to you for even holding this space. The 2 pences that I wanted to add was, first of all, in terms of NFTs, yes, there are different type of digital assets, and they are mainly backed by cryptocurrencies. So hence why the two go hand in hand, and hence why it was really a driver of the last bull run. I would say you said something very important, but I wanted to just kind of reshape it. So what you said was that that cryptocurrencies are real and they're digital assets and stuff like that. And, just the same as when you just said people used to give us CDs and then it's turned into streaming. And that's a very good point. The same as people used to give me cash and then we've turned into tap, and then now we're turning into crypto. Another way I want to pick up that situation is when I teach in colleges and universities, one of the main things I teach in finance is about the 5 major assets. The 5 major asset classes are commodities, which is gold and silver, and coffee and whatever else. The second asset is a business. The third asset is paper assets, which is stocks and shares. And fourth asset is like real estate, which is land and houses. Now, the fifth asset which is what's recently been added after all these hundreds of years, is digital assets. And digital assets align with digital currencies, which are cryptocurrencies, digital artwork, and I'll get even deeper because I was investing in digital assets a long time before cryptocurrencies because I understood the power of .coms. .coms give you ownership, and .coms are digital assets. They're held in the space, and you can have them and you can buy and sell them. Now it's going to step further to where Instagram pages are now digital assets. You can have a faceless Instagram page, and that is an actual digital asset that you can invest your time into for free, and then you can end up selling that asset or selling advertising space on that asset.
Yeah, so let me jump in and ask you a question as I've got you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting back to cryptos, altcoins, meme coins. All right. I don't know if you've had a lot of experience in the altcoin or the meme coin space.
Yeah, 100%. I made a lot of money in crypto.
Of course.
I just don't really advertise and stuff. Like lately, of late, I have been starting to advertise some of my smaller wins just to express to my community that don't think I'm gone. Don't think I'm making millions in crypto. I'm going to show you that I will put £100 into this coin, and then I'll show you the profits next week. I will show you the losses next week. So, I bought my main coins, which I invest in a lot, are like obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Polygon, and Solana. But then I play around because I have play around money, which is with the shitcoin. So I bought, I done well in Bonk. So I done well on.
Okay, we all know about Bonk. Let me jump in there. I mean, what's really important there is what this overall conversation.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, what this overall conversation is about is that, cryptocurrency is here at the moment, and it's inspiring people to start thinking about investing, and ultimately that is a good thing. The fact that we had this conversation and it was sensational about taking 200 quid to 200,000, because we know that that's what grabs people. And wow, they want to find out that. But the bottom line is that this is about investing, about looking at where can you get the most bang for your buck. Now, at the moment, that's the meme coin space, but it's speculative, highly speculative. Then you have the altcoin space, a safer space to put your capital in areas of things that have utility. And then you have obviously your Bitcoins and the stable coins, etc. Yeah. But the point is that our community have to understand that this technology, this future is here. And there are kids making hundreds of thousands of pounds off of small investments that you or other people may not want to get involved in, because we think to ourselves, we don't understand it, we don't know where to start. Well, today in this call, we've spoken to you and said, look, there are some websites out there, Rex Screener. You can go and have a look on there. Start looking at some of these coins. You don't have to start jumping in with anything. You don't even know where to put your money. But have a look at these coins, look at the chart, see how they grow. Think to yourself, okay, this is interesting. Jay said I should check the community. Let's go and look at the Telegram. Let's go and look at the Instagram. Let's go and look at the Twitter. This type of energy, ultimately, in this brand new space, is like you doing due diligence, like you was investing into a stock. Now, it's not the same.
Yeah, but let me cut you there 1 second. You see, like what you just said there, it's like you investing in a stock. So again, when I do coaching, when I do financial advice, like properly, the first thing I explain to people is, I hope cryptocurrency is not your first investment.
Exactly.
I don't believe it should be. I don't even think stocks and shares should be. Have you bought a book before? It's an investment. Like, when you buy a book, why it's an investment is because the book doesn't give you money. The book gives you the knowledge to get the money. So how have you felt after spending your real money, what you worked for, and then not feeling the satisfaction of, I won? Because that's what will happen in an investment. You will buy a stock and then it will go down, or it won't move. Or you'll buy a crypto and it will lose. But that's going to be painful when you've never felt that type of anxiety before. Do you know? Correct. There's not a lot of people who have their money sitting in the bank over a month because they need it. Do you see what I'm saying? So I always make sure that I try and express to people, especially in our community, yes, it's so exciting. You can take £10 and go to 10 grand. But please, DYO, obviously do your own research.
Do your own research.
Yeah, please don't make crypto be your first investment. Please,
for sure,
try and invest in yourself first. Yeah,
I think there's something you said there that was really powerful. Like I said to you guys, is that investment is in knowledge, okay? And every single morning, guys, if you don't know, we do a breakfast club where we trade, forex. We look at the markets, we understand the fundamentals and the technicals of the markets, and we trade from a position of having an edge and understanding the language that is the financial markets. But the whole point is ultimately about knowledge, guys. And if you've never heard of meme coins before, you've never heard of, the terminology rug pulls or liquidity pulls, there is no excuse because you have a mobile phone. Every single person has access to this supercomputer where you can start understanding where the money is flowing. And I want to tell you something. There is huge amounts of money that is flowing not only into the crypto space, but into the future.
Sorry, Jay, I don't want to jump in and cut you, and I don't want to be disrespectful and just leave.
Of course, Dex, keep it going.
So I'm going to jump out. No, I said I just want to let's say later on because I don't want to just see.
Yeah, man, love, bro, love. I saw you jumping, and I had to get you on because I know the type of things you're doing, and we're definitely going to do our own.
Everyone in the room, and I hope everyone wins this year. Trust me, get involved where you can, and trust the knowledge and trust your community. Yeah, so I'm going through the tunnel anyway. Pick up yourselves, you lot. Yeah.
Yeah, love Dex. Yeah, so I mean, guys, that was Dexter Sims. And, I just wanted to really get him on a call because Dexter is somebody who is in the space and he's somebody who is having these conversations on a regular basis, like I do every single morning in the financial markets. But the reality is that this crypto space is very, very exciting if you understand that it's the knowledge first and how, you're able to take small amounts of capital and take these shots in the market. Guru, are you there still?
Yes.
Guru, like I said, your story is inspirational for people that haven't made big money in the crypto space. But right now, the reason why we wanted to have this call is just to let people know that the crypto season is creeping back in. And if you haven't got your knowledge up about, how to invest in this space, now's the time to get your knowledge up. So I wanted to share his stories of somebody who threw himself headfirst into this space, learned as much as he could, and in the last season did very, very well, meaning that in this season he has a war chest ready to do even better. And the meme coin space is disrespected. It's the same with the altcoins, guys. Any cryptocurrencies, we focused on meme coins. It's very speculative, but the altcoin space is the same kind of due diligence that you'd be applying to the markets. Looking at these coins, seeing what they do, seeing their community, and working out whether they could do well. This is just about getting your head in the space of investments and how to grow your capital. Because there's a lot of people out there who would never, who might be sitting at home and do not now know how they'll ever make £200,000 in a month or two. And I'm not trying to say that the only way you're going to be able to do that is investing in meme coins. I'm saying it's an option. And if you don't buy a ticket or at least try and learn about this space, you're never going to win. You're never going to win if you don't buy a ticket. Let's open up the floor. So anybody who's got some questions, I know we was here and there in this call, and there was a couple of technical issues. Anyone who's got any questions about this space, real quickly, that want to ask, about things that they should learn or things that they should read or any resources, any question you have, you can unmute your mic and you can just ask the question to myself or to the guru. And I was jumping in to try and keep the pace and stuff of the event today, but the guru is so knowledgeable. If I let him just run, he'll start telling you about liquidity and the blockchain and the blocks, and he'll go absolutely nuts with it. But has anybody got any questions that they can put to the guru or myself about this space? Are there any questions that anybody has or thinking about or want to know where to start? Or
if there's no questions, I have one little quick word of advice I'd like to give the people in terms of investing in crypto. If they're not willing to do meme coins, this is more about like the proper utility-based tokens. If there's no questions, I would say my part.
No problem. I think we just got a question from Terry. Terry is another individual that I know is doing amazing stuff in the crypto space, in the utility and the tokenization of real life assets. And he said, are we running workshops? Well, we run a breakfast club every single morning, and anybody can come to be able to have an insight into the financial markets and different areas where you can invest in. I know the guru has a course that he's putting together, which is going to really break down everything that you need to do very, very well in the next crypto space. Okay. We do run regular events and calls that we're trying to, get up our numbers for this year also. So yes, there is a crypto course that the guru is putting together, and we do have a regular breakfast club every single morning from Monday to Fridays, which is all about understanding how to read technical analysis and understand fundamental analysis in the financial markets. I don't know if Terry wants to say anything. He's got an amazing project, which though it's definitely not meme coin in the shitcoin space, but it's around the future, and it's around the future in regards to the tokenization of real world assets. I don't know if he wants to speak or not. I know he's coming all the way from South Africa, so I don't know what time it is over there. But any other questions? Go on, is you there, Tel?
Yeah, I'm here. When you put me on the spot, innit? I heard Dexter speak.
Yeah, I forgot to drill you out. You know? Do you know why? Terry, you know why I did? You know why I did it? Because obviously this call was just an impromptu kind of. Obviously, you saw me. I did a little flyer and there's a little video on what I mean. But the reality is that this is an impromptu kind of meeting. But it's showing that there's people from our community that are in this space and doing very well. The Guru done very, very well in the altcoin, meme coin space. You're doing very, very well in the tokenization space. We just had Dexter. He does great things in the community and doing well in teaching about these type of things. So tell us a quick overview, if you want to, about what you're doing, because it's amazing, guys. Yeah, and hopefully it will help spark up your own interest in doing something in the space. Go on, Tel.
Okay, so I'll be really quickly, but then I want to add something else to it afterwards, and more around like building more communities like this, where we can introduce people to credible projects that might not have that hype traction, but has a long-term prospect of things that can be done, especially for around our people. So I'll talk around my project really quickly, and I'll try and simplify it because of all the moving parts. But essentially, we are incubating African agriculture, making it easier for anyone across the globe to participate in the producing, buying, and selling of predominantly organic grown commodities. And I'm going to use the word commodities really loosely. At the moment, we've just finished, or we're currently in the process of a chili pilot project, where we've been growing chilies in a greenhouse or veggie tunnels in an organic manner. We've secured about 3,500 hectares of land, and we're looking to mobilize the land. The idea behind what we're doing.
Oh, sorry, not to stop you. Yeah. Just say that again. How much land have you secured, sorry?
3,500 hectares.
And how big is a hectare for the people that don't know?
A hectare, okay, 3,500 hectares of land. Fuck, I can't remember, excuse the language. I'm going to do some calculations in a second around the amount of football pitches. And I think the last time I checked, oh gosh.
It's let me not do land.
But it's about 2.3 acres roughly, and I don't know off the top of my head around that, but it's quite a lot of land. It's a lot
Where
of land.
Is that land? What part of the planet is that land?
Most of the land is in South Africa. We've got some land in Zambia, some in Tanzania. At the moment, I'm in talks with somebody who wants to give us another 1,000 hectares in Lesotho. In fact, they actually want to give me a lot more land, and I've just hold on for a second because we're finalizing how we're going to mobilize the cash for this land. Ultimately, what we're doing is we're bringing together landowners, farmers, and financial backers to make the land profitable, to reduce the import bill, because Africa imports about $80 billion worth of food annually. So that's a market by itself. Africa, in general, farmers are losing about 30 to 50% of everything they grow. That's also another opportunity there. And if we're talking about real world utilities, there's a lot happening around the traceability side of things and being able to know exactly where something came from, the time frame it was taken to grow and what went into it, what type of nutrients were put into it. Is it GMO? Is it not GMO? When was it harvested? So you know you're actually dealing with something exactly that's really fresh. Has it been semi-processed? So there's a lot of things happening with us. We're looking at solar projects, infrastructure projects. There's quite a few things that we're doing there. But yeah, I think I'll stop it there. But like I said, I think it's I love what you guys are doing. And I was just asking the question around the workshops because whilst I'm in the space, I'm not in that space of jumping into meme coins and stuff. So there was some really valuable gems there. So hats off to you guys for sharing that. And I think that's why I was just asking around the workshops, because I think that, like you said, it's a quick impromptu thing, and Dexter came and threw in more knowledge in there as well. And I feel like our community needs a place to gather and to go through these things that you're talking about, because obviously we're speaking about the great side of it, but then the flip side is there's a lot of school fees that are going to be paid.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of school fees that I mean, I paid some school fees and I said,
we've all paid some school fees, but I think you said something good. Let me jump in and just have a little banter there. Is that, look, what's important is that we see people from our community, and when I say our community, I just talk about people that are from your walks of life, yeah, who are doing it. Do you understand? Who are actually actively doing it, whether that may be in the tokenization space. You're doing an amazing thing, tokenizing real life assets. Okay, or people that's made huge amounts of money in the meme space or the altcoin space or in buying major cryptos, or people that are embracing the future, because then that's going to inspire them to go and, like I said, do the research. Maybe, like you said, look into the workshops, buy the courses. You have to invest in the knowledge, as Dexter mentioned. All right. And like I said, we do it every single morning when it comes to the financial markets, but the same stuff that we do in the morning is the same way we're engaging our brain, thinking about what else we can invest in. I know we've got Danny on the call who trades options, and he started trading Forex, and then he moved into options and he looked at futures and cryptos is just another thing. And I'm saying to you, we cannot be left behind. Okay, we have to have these type of conversations regularly, whereby someone goes, "Oh, is it? You turned 200 quid into 200,000. How did you do that? Oh, interesting. Maybe not for me, but thank you for the information. I'm going to." And what Dexter said is true. Don't let cryptos be your only investment. The number one investment's got to be in yourself. It's got to be in knowledge. It's got to be in wanting to do better. Because nothing changes if nothing changes, guys. And whilst everybody here is sitting around and not getting involved, there's the future is coming. Your CDs don't have nowhere to go anymore. Your tapes have nowhere to go anymore, because the future came and just rolled over those things. And the future is crypto. It is tokenization. It is this new digital world that I really want everybody on this call right now, and we're coming to an end now. I'm very conscious of everyone's time. Is to if there's one thing that you can leave this call thinking, speak to yourself, that kid on that call was talking about taking 200, making 40 grand in a month. Now I'm not trying. That is the sensational side of things, and congratulations to yourself, there, Guru.
Sorry to cut your flow. I was quickly going to say that, because it sounds like. Even me, I was like, well, I need to get $200 and put it somewhere quickly. No, I just wanted to, but I wanted to I just wanted to jump in and just say that side of it, because I think the sensation will cause people to lose a lot. Because it's like, well, if he can do it, then I can do it, or maybe I've just got to find something. And guys, I think if it really is important to get involved in the courses, like sign up to these guys' courses and follow people who are going to actually give you good information, and not the type of information that will make you really, really upset. Because in the last bull run, we didn't talk about the people who mortgaged their houses, who put their whole life savings in and they lost stuff. It worked for some people. It didn't work for a lot of people. It's the same with that GameStop stuff that happened. So I think that the flip side of the whole stuff is really important. And if you're risk adverse as well, I mean, I'm going to be quiet after this, but if you're risk adverse as well, kind of look at what does long term look like. As Guru was talking about earlier on, getting into things that are a lot more established, like the Ethereums and the Cardanos. You won't make those 50x's. Those days are gone with those coins. Yeah. Unless you're looking for a very long time. And I'm not an expert on that, but it's just a word of cautions that I just wanted to throw in there. And I'm back to you, because you guys are the experts. I'm a sideliner watching.
I think that's a powerful way to try and end the call and let people know that, look, even though this was, the sensation of the call of being able to turn this back, ultimately the investment is, and the deeper narrative is about education. It's about, if you didn't see that I turned $200 or to 200,000, maybe you would have never been on the call. Maybe you would never have come here and gone, wait a minute, there's this whole space, this whole ecosystem happening where people are making money and losing money, yes, on a daily basis. But it's all ultimately boils down to knowledge. It boils down to you turning around and saying, no, I want to find out more about cryptocurrencies. I want to find out more about how not to, lose my money, how to manage my risk. Yeah, I heard someone talk about tokenization. What is tokenization? Yeah, because people are out here and they are learning and are applying themselves and they are prospering. And yes, I like the way Terry put that. School fees will have to be paid. Okay, but you're going to pay very dearly if you do not invest in the knowledge and you do not put yourself in spaces whereby you understand that this future is coming. It's on its way. It's here. Okay, and though we spoke about the bloody knife edge of meme coins, but in that space there was also altcoins, cryptocurrencies, and a whole host of other things. We touched on NFTs, etc. That is this space right now. So do not let it
Sorry,
pass you by.
Jacob, can I just interject there and just say
Of course you
something
can,
quickly?
bro.
Yeah. Before I head off, because I've got to go, I just want to say that for everyone that's looking into crypto, meme coins is very, very, very risky. In terms of the mainstream crypto space, right now it is on a high. The market sentiment is very, very greedy. Cryptocurrency has been floating at lows for about 3 years until now. If I'm honest, the cliche Warren Buffett quote is like the literally holy grail of crypto, which is be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. I would not be investing into Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, any altcoins when we're in this all-time high bet bull market um, area of crypto in the cycle. This is a time to be taking your profits if you did invest during the bear market. If you did not invest this time round, I would be looking at maybe setting up like a fake portfolio. If you go on Coin Market Cap, there's a portfolio section where you can basically pretend that you bought a certain coin. So for this market now, pretend you bought some coins and keep an eye on that portfolio. And when the bear market comes in, look how quickly your profit goes to minus, which happened to a lot of people. And as sorry, what was your name, mate?
Terry.
Yeah, as Terry said, people were remortgaging their houses and that kind of thing. And that's because they're buying on the high. I just look at how the bull market behaves now, and then when it does go to shit, pardon my French, then look at accumulating some coins and doing your research on altcoins for when the next bull run comes about. You can look at Solana, for example. Last bull run, it was trading at, I can't remember, but it was $100 plus. During the bear market, it was down to about £17, $17 around that, and it's now back up again. So imagine if you saw that bull market and you then, when it went into the bear market, you slowly started buying Solana. I mean, it was trading at 17, £15, and you'd be up right now. And that's a relatively safe investment compared to like the meme coins we were talking about.
Thank you very much, crypto guru. Thank you very much, Terry. Thank you very much who contributed to the call. And the bottom line is, like I said to you guys, is that you have to put yourself in the space. You have to have a ticket. I love the fact that we ended off letting people know that even though the crypto guru was able to make that kind of capital, he himself is turning around and saying that right about now, it makes more sense you creating a demo account and a demo portfolio and getting that knowledge up so that you are part of the space and you can make decisions and you can potentially prosper, but be cautious. Yeah, he says that right now there's a lot of greed in the market. Okay, but when there's a lot of greed in the market, you should be fearful, and vice versa. And when people are fearful, that's when you should be able to get into the markets. But it's all about the knowledge and putting yourself and changing this narrative whereby we don't want to be involved in cryptocurrencies, tokenization, blockchain, AI. We have to be like, we want to be here because you can prosper, as the Crypto Guru showed. And though he's a special case, even if you were to take your capital, like you said, you bought Solana when it was 15 quid, and now it's 100 quid. What was that? 7x on your money. You are not going to get that money in your bank over 25 years. You're not going to get 7x on your money if your money's sitting in your bank. All right. So therefore, even on that basis, take some interest, become part of the movement. okay, which is cryptocurrency, which is investment, okay, and you can do that, with unity, with a community like ourselves, okay. We have breakfast clubs every single morning. If you're interested, pop a message in the group, a message directly to me, okay. But guys, thank you very much. Conscious of the time. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Crypto Guru. Thank you, everybody who's still on the call. And just understand, and this is just a taste of conversation about this space. We're definitely going to put together some course material that makes it a little bit more clear and things to look out for so that you don't lose all your money, so that you're not over leveraging, all right? And you know how to manage your risk so that you can prosper in this space. But guys, unless anybody else has got something to say, I'm going to wish you have a lovely, lovely bank holiday weekend going into Easter, etc. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, everybody else who can contribute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, good evening. Have a great day. Great night.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Bless.